My name's Potterton. I play the oboe, so I'm in instrumental music, and I'm from Lexington. The wide variety of instruments that I play with gives me an opportunity to really learn more about different people and their instruments as I play, but also learn more about myself and how I enjoy expressing myself through music. It's a way to communicate with other people. It's a way to learn more about myself, to learn more about how I challenge myself and push myself. It's a way to learn more about how I choose to express myself, my creativity. It's not something that kind of fits into a box. It's something you can take on in so many different ways. And that goes for a lot of different things, but especially in music, there's all sorts of different disciplines, all sorts of different focuses, and that's probably what I enjoy most about doing. Definitely do think musicians are each unique. Music is such a big part of life for everybody, no matter what. And so representing yourself through the different styles that you choose to play in, the different ways you interact with other people, so how you're choosing to build those connections, whether that's in ensemble work and group work, teaching, or if you prefer to play alone, that can also, mean its own things. But I definitely think group, ensemble work can be really powerful, especially for me. It's a way to build new connections, and it kind of ties everything together. You really do get to know people well, even if you don't really talk to them when you're playing things together. So yeah, if anything, I would say group work is how I kind of represent myself. GSA has been really cool in that it's given me more of opportunities to play with other people that I don't always get. We don't have a huge emphasis on ensemble work normally. So that's been something that I've really enjoyed. I think playing with other people opens up a whole new world of opportunities. We're working in a group of 5 people right now, and our biggest struggle was probably just figuring out how our instruments work together, and then how we write music that fits well. It's a lot harder than it seems, because there's always a balance between, you can't always have too much going on, or too little. So we have done a lot of focus on improv, as you've probably heard about. And I think that's something that I haven't done a lot of exploration with. But once you take that initial step to kind of explore something new, it definitely unlocks kind of something. And it's not as scary as it seems, so yeah. I think everyone's style in music is kind of always developing. I don't think any musician would really say that they've completely found their style yet, because there's always going to be something that changes that, whether it's somebody new that you meet or some new style of music that you discover. I think it's always going to be changing. I think just learning to keep an open mind about how I play music. There's so many different things that I haven't explored in that world. I tend to stick to things I'm most comfortable with, and the instructors here are really good at kind of pushing you out of your comfort zone. I never composed music before this. I never improv with a big group like that without kind of pre-planning, which we had talked a lot about. So it's kind of just a new way of looking at things for me. It's not brand new, but it's definitely something that I'm not familiar with. And I think opportunities like this too are really important to see how professionals have different ways of doing their jobs. It's really important to see how not everything looks the same for each person, how you can still take your own path. And that was something that was important to me. So I think GSA has definitely taught me what it could look like for me to pursue different things at the same time. And I think figuring out how that would work has probably been the biggest challenge for me. It's not all that common to see, but it's fulfilling, right? There's so many different ways that music can take you, and it's gonna look different at so many different points in your life. There was a point a couple years ago where I kind of fell out of love with it, just because of some of the things that were happening in different places that I was playing. And during that point, it was hard for me to kind of keep playing in a way that I enjoyed it. I had the opportunity to play with Cincinnati Symphony Youth Orchestra this past year, And I think the instruction that I received there, as well as like the people that I played with during that time, was kind of what brought back my love for that. But prior to that and like since then, it's definitely been for my own enjoyment, and it's fully like a choice that I've made on my own.